You're watching Trading Rebels, the place where traders stop following hype and start mastering structure. If you've been chasing charts, chasing signals, chasing dopamine from wins and crying over losses, you already know something's missing. Because trading isn't just about entries and exits, it's about who you are when you approach the market. And today, I'm going to pull out 3 habits from James Clear's Atomic Habits that, if applied, will transform you from a chaotic, inconsistent trader into someone who shows up every single day with structure, precision, and discipline. And before you think I've already heard about habits, let me say this clearly. You haven't heard it through the lens of trading. Because this is where most traders fail. They hear life advice, they hear productivity hacks, but they never translate it into execution inside the market. That's what we're doing here. So if you want to build the identity of a consistent trader, you're in the right place. Now let me ask you this. How many times have you told yourself, I'll be more disciplined tomorrow? How many times have you said, next week, I'll stick to my plan. I'll journal every trade, or I'll cut my losses quickly. I'll stop over leveraging. And then tomorrow comes, the week passes, and you find yourself repeating the same cycle of inconsistency? That's the reason you feel stuck. You don't have a trading system problem. You have a habit system problem. The market isn't punishing you. Your habits are. James Clear says it best. We don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. In trading, that means your lofty dreams of doubling your account, going full-time, or achieving financial freedom mean nothing if your daily systems are broken. Let's be honest, most traders' systems are chaos. They rely on mood, impulse, or the random feeling of confidence that shows up on a good day. But trading consistency isn't born in emotion, it's born in habits. That's why we're diving into 3 key habits from Atomic Habits that will wire you for success in the market. Not motivational hype, not positive thinking. Practical, repeatable habits that make consistency unavoidable. The first habit is the identity habit. James Clear says real change doesn't happen when you focus on outcomes. Real change happens when you shift your identity. And this is the brutal truth traders don't want to hear. You are not inconsistent because the market is hard. You are inconsistent because your identity as a trader is weak. Every time you revenge trade, you are reinforcing the identity of an impulsive gambler. Every time you break your stop loss, you are reinforcing the identity of a reckless risk taker. But every time you stick to your plan, even if it costs you a losing trade, you are reinforcing the identity of a professional. The market is simply the mirror reflecting your identity back at you. So let me ask you, who are you becoming with every click of the mouse? If your trading results are chaos, don't blame the strategy. Blame the identity that you're reinforcing with your daily habits. The shift starts when you stop asking, how can I make money? And start asking, what would a consistent trader do here? That single question rewires your brain. It forces you to act as the identity you want, not the impulses you feel. Now here's where it gets deeper. Habits are votes for identity. Every small act of discipline is a vote for consistency. Every small journal entry is a vote for self-awareness. Every time you size your risk correctly, you are casting a ballot for the trader you're becoming. And the more votes you cast, the harder it becomes to deny who you are. Over time, identity solidifies. But this works in reverse too. Every time you give in to revenge trading, you are voting for chaos. So trading consistency is not about one big breakthrough. It's about stacking small votes every day until the identity of a professional trader is no longer a wish. It's who you are. Now let's talk about the second habit, the habit environment. James Clear makes it clear that your environment shapes your behavior far more than willpower. And this hits traders hard. You think you're losing trades because of bad analysis? Sometimes yes, but most of the time, you're losing because your trading environment is a circus. You've got notifications pinging, social media open, Discord signals flashing, YouTube gurus screaming, buy now, and you're surprised you can't focus? That's not trading. That's gambling in a carnival. Professionals design their environment to protect their focus. They strip away distractions. They create a space where only structured decisions survive. Think about it. If your workstation is messy, your charts cluttered with indicators, and your trading routine random, what identity are you reinforcing? Chaos. And chaos will always win. Instead, habit 2 is this. Design your trading environment so it makes discipline automatic and recklessness difficult. For example, preset your stop loss and take profit before you enter a trade. Remove the temptation of moving stops by making it harder. Don't keep that quick drag shortcut available. Create a clean chart with only what matters to your model. Journal in the same format every day. Schedule your trading review at the same time. That's how environment becomes a silent coach. It doesn't ask you to be strong. It makes the wrong choice difficult. The truth is, if you're trying to be consistent in a chaotic environment, you've already lost. Now here's where it connects. Your environment isn't just physical, it's digital and mental. If you follow 10 different traders with 10 different strategies, guess what happens? You inherit 10 different mental environments. One tells you price action is king, the other screams indicators work, the other swears by order flow, the next one sells you AI bots. You're not building a trading edge, you're building mental clutter. And clarity dies in clutter. So your habit here is this: curate your environment, protect your inputs, limit your influences. Ask yourself, does this input reinforce my trading identity or weaken it? If it weakens it, cut it. Because consistency isn't just about what you do, it's about what you allow to shape you. Now to the third habit, the habit of compounding. James Clear reminds us that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. And in trading, this is where most people fail. You want instant gratification, you want the big win, you want your account doubled overnight. But here's the truth. The market punishes those who chase compounding in their account without first mastering compounding in their habits. A trader who compounds discipline will eventually compound profit. A trader who compounds recklessness will eventually compound ruin. The principle is the same, but the direction is determined by your habits. Think about it. Every day you stick to your trading plan. Even if you break even, you're compounding discipline. Every day you journal, even when it feels repetitive, you're compounding awareness. Every day you take the same structured risk, you're compounding control. Over weeks, these compound into something invisible but powerful, a mental framework that doesn't break under stress. And when that framework is tested by volatility, by losses, by temptation, you stand firm while others collapse. That's the hidden reward of compounding habits. It's not just financial, it's psychological resilience. But let me press deeper. Compounding works invisibly. You won't feel it in one day. You won't even feel it in 1 week. But give it 90 days of structured habits and you'll notice the shift. Your entries won't feel rushed. Your exits won't feel desperate. Your risk won't feel reckless. Why? Because your habits have rewired your nervous system to trust the process. That's when you cross the line from hopeful trader to intentional trader. And that's when consistency is no longer forced. It's natural. So let's stitch this together. 3 habits from Atomic Habits that make traders consistent: the habit of identity, the habit of environment, and the habit of compounding. Identity is who you are becoming with every decision. Environment is what shapes your choices before you even think. And compounding is the invisible force multiplying your discipline over time. These 3 combined are unstoppable. But here's the catch. They only work if you commit. If you treat them like motivational quotes, nothing changes. If you treat them like systems, everything changes. So here's your challenge. Starting today, don't try to overhaul everything. Choose one identity action. Maybe it's sticking to your stop loss for the next 10 trades no matter what. Choose one environment action. Maybe it's cleaning your chart and removing all unnecessary noise. And choose one compounding action. Maybe it's journaling every single trade, win or lose, for the next 30 days. These 3 will feel small. They'll feel almost insignificant. But remember, habits are compound interest, and compound interest doesn't look like much on day 1, but give it time and it becomes unstoppable. You've been told trading success is about finding the perfect strategy, but here's the truth most traders will never hear. It's not your strategy that's broken, it's your habits. Fix your habits, and your strategy finally has room to shine. Neglect your habits, and even the best strategy will crumble under your inconsistency. That's why I say this with conviction. Your trading edge is not in the market, it's in you. The market is the stage, habits are the script, identity is the actor, and consistency is the performance. If you want to stop being a gambler and start being a professional, it begins here, with the habits you choose. Now, before we close, let me ask you, what habit has been destroying your consistency? Is it the identity habit of seeing yourself as a gambler? Is it the environment habit of letting chaos shape your decisions? Or is it the compounding habit of chasing instant gratification instead of long-term discipline? Comment below, because awareness is the first step. And if you're ready to build not just a trading account, but a trading identity, subscribe now, because here on Trading, we're not chasing signals, we're building systems. We're not reacting to noise, we're creating structure. We're not gamblers, we're intentional traders, and this is your rebellion against inconsistency. So remember this, one habit is one vote becomes one identity, and one identity, compounded over time, becomes unstoppable consistency. Your trading future is not built in the next big win, it's built in the next small habit you choose today. Welcome to Trading Rebels, where structure beats impulse, and consistency is not a dream, it's a design.